Alright, so that's the ledger. Now let's take a look at the skill tree. I'm pulling up Twitch now that it's showing on my phone. It's finally updated. There we go. Alright, now I can see comments starting now in real time. Of course, there is a delay on the game stream, so I'll read a comment and reply to it, but it may take me a minute. Yeah, we'll roll the Battlemaster. It's already here. Looks like I've still got a few quirks. Interesting. Rather surprised to see so many weapon quirks. I thought there would be fewer weapon quirks, more armor quirks. Catches me a little bit by surprise. Medium laser still get a pretty nice buff. Base armor. It's really only the armors got buffed. So they stripped all the armor off the Battlemaster. Ironically, I would probably have chosen to remove the weapon quirks and keep the armor and structural quirks. Simply because this mech is such a broad target with huge torsos, it tends to go down pretty easy. And my Twitch app is still not working, so I still can't see comments, unfortunately. It stopped working even though I said it was. Alright, let's try restarting the app. Alright, try number 2. Well, I'm not sure I like what they've done there. At least the Atlas kept some structure quirks, that's important. The Mauler. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like they kind of... What was structure over armor? It looks like they converted the armor... It looks like they had structure quirks initially. They converted them over to armor quirks, and then decided to convert them back to structure quirks. If they kept them at all. Alright, well, that being said, let's take a look at the Battlemaster. The Battlemaster is absolutely gonna need its mobility and its structural quirks. Whoa. Zoom. Here we go. Alright. Is there a way to hide this? Hey, we can. Okay. Alright, definitely want Kinetic Burst. I want Hard Break. Kinetic Burst 2. So once again, PGI has done they've improved it a little bit looking at it, but they're still separating things. You still can't move through the tree like you should be able to. They're still trying to make you do what they call their give and take, quote unquote, which really doesn't make as much sense. They're hamstringing mechs in an attempt to create balance by limiting the skill tree, but all you really do is make it so that all mechs have to take the same kind of skills. You can't actually apply the skills your mech specifically needs. So in this case, the Battlemaster should have Anchor Turn, it should have Kinetic Burst, it should have Hard Break, and it should have a little bit of torso because it has such a narrow torso range in my opinion. It should also have all the armor and structural quirks it can get. Firepower is actually pretty good on the Battlemaster, and the quirks aren't bad for it either. So you really don't need to invest very heavily in that tree. You really need to invest in your longevity and your speed. But here they're going to make you dilute so many points in all these useless, needless quirks like Arm Pitch, for example, and Torso Pitch for the Battlemaster is useless, that it dilutes your quirks so much that you might not be able to get everything you need to actually be functional against something like an Omni-Mech, which already doesn't have quirks or has very few quirks and isn't missing any. It's not getting nerfed. It already has so few or none that it doesn't hurt it to lose them. But the Battlemaster, which was heavily quirked, gets nerfed down to the level of an Omni, but then it has to upgrade itself using the same system as the Omni, and the Omni gets the advantage. So I see this as a buff to the clans personally. Now we'll go look at some clan mechs after this just to see, but I predict clans getting buffed out of this. Alright, so let's go ahead and start. I'm going to grab, this should be, yep, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one. I want that. Ah, shoot. Why don't they let you just move up too? Why do you have to move down? You should be able to build up. Because I don't want to buy Torso Pitch and Arm Pitch in order to get Anchor Turn. I do want Torso Speed, Hard Break, Anchor Turn. I'll get Yaw, Hard Break, Kinetic, Anchor, Speed Tweak, Anchor, Speed Tweak, Speed Tweak. Let's see over here. Take Kinetic Burst. Really don't need Pitch. Guess I don't get a choice. Alright, got all those. I'm up to how many now, I wonder? 27 out of my 91. Alright, so roughly a third of the way through my nodes. I've got most of the agility that I need, along with some useless agility points that PGI is forcing me to pay for as a kind of nodal tax, or node tax, however you want to call it. And I can't seem to get Twitch working on my phone to save my life. So I can't see any user comments. I don't know what's up with it. Lately, Twitch has seemed to be working badly both online and on the phone. I don't know if they're doing something with their system or what. Casing's good. Shock absorbance is kind of useless. Skeletal density, that's good. Casing's good. Density, good. Casing, good. Armor hardening would be nice. But it's all the way on the outskirts, where you can't really get to it. It's kind of stupid. So there's a 2. There's the 1. Casing. Armor hardening 3. Here's the first one. So go in that direction. So I got casing, AMS, skeletal, casing, armor. Awesome hardening, so I'll get those. Alright, those are good ones. Alright, I feel like I got enough out of that. Not as good as it used to be, but probably enough to help some. Alright, now I'm up to... Ouch! Only a few node points left. About 47. Don't need jump jets, but let's take a quick peek. So you got heat being reduced. Burn time increased. For some reason, the stupid Twitch app absolutely refuses to work. It's driving me nuts. Let me check it on the site, make sure it's actually functioning right. Alright, so I'm definitely streaming. The stream is definitely functioning, but for some reason I just can't get it to work. Oh hey, noob. Thanks for the heads up about it not working through Engine. Something's up with Twitch lately. It's not been behaving properly. I have trouble editing videos, highlighting them, exporting them. It's like the whole Twitch company is failing awfully. Vectoring increases forward thrust. Lift speed increases your boost. That'd be pretty sweet, actually. Especially for Pop-Tarts. Oh, but that's all over the place. It'll be hard to get. Alright, mech operations. Gyros, speed retention, heat containment. These are all good ones to have, too. Especially for the Battlemaster, which relies chiefly on energy. I can't see comments, apparently, even though the stream won't function, so I won't be able to see the stream, so if it gets interrupted or the quality deteriorates, I'll have no control over that, no way to know, but I definitely can see comments. So that is, I guess, a plus. Let's see. Doggone it. Cooldowns on both sides. So stupid. What do you think about this? I'm actually not that worried about heat containment. I mainly want cool run. I need to get to this point. Ouch, 21 left. Alright, I'll make do with that. Alright, the sensor systems. Sensor systems. I haven't looked yet, noob, for machine gun, but I'll take a quick peek for you. Alright, this is all lasers on the left, missiles in the middle, ballistics on the right. Looks like you do have some generic velocity buffs that will increase your range. I'm sorry, your velocity is what I'm trying to say for your machine guns. Looks like the cooldown, range, and velocity buffs, noob, are all global. They affect all ballistics. I don't see any specific... Oh wait, here's machine gun capacity right here. All right, so all the range cooldown and velocities are global noobs, so they will affect machine guns. And then you have one specific machine gun buff, which is to increase the magazine capacity. It says 2, so here's another one. So there's 2 of them. That's magazine capacity. That's not specific to machine guns. Actually, it doesn't. Nope, there it is. Machine gun capacity right there. So it increases your machine gun ammo by 200. So all these buffs are global, no specific ones. The only specific ones here are for Gauss and LBX and a couple of jam chances for UX. Alrighty. Let's see here. Where was I? As far as gyros versus hill climb, I already don't run advanced gyro on my mechs, and that won't really matter because it's going to basically have the same gyro value as it currently does. So it won't really impact my ability to play, but the hill climb would be a nice perk to pick up because I do a lot of uphill fighting, and getting up the hill with an assault mech is pretty important, especially for a mech like the Battlemaster. They can't look up very high. So I think for the Battlemaster, that one's going to be a little more value added. If I was going to take like a Summoner or my Nova, which does a lot of jumping, I would probably take the advanced gyro over the hill climb. Now I've got 21 nodes. Let's see. I don't really need advanced zone. Excuse me. I do want some target info gathering. Seismic and radar derp would be good, but I don't think I'll be able to pick them all up since they're all over the place. Radar derp's more important than seismic, I think. So let's try this. I'll go with that. What is retention? Behind. I'm not as worried about that. We'll go here. Radar derp. Radar derp. Target. Seismic. Radar. Alright. How many nodes left? 11. Alright. Let's see what we can get. Is it worth it to go here? I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I wind up spending all 10 nodes, 10 of my 11 remaining nodes here trying to get the last bit. I don't think I need all of that. It would be very nice to have, but I want to save a little bit. Alright, consumables. This will give me 1 extra consumable slot. I will take that. Really wish I could pick that up. Let's see. For Battlemaster, cool shots are pretty important, I think. So I'm going to grab those. I've only got 5 left. Doggone it. Alright, I'll grab those. The cool shots are really important for the Battlemasters. Okay, I thought for a minute I grabbed that, but I didn't need to. Good. Alright, definitely want to get laser duration. Oh, I get a range duration. That's 2. 3. Think. Wow, you don't even get a whole % on cooldown, really? That's kind of a waste. I'll take the durations. That gives me 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6% less duration, which means less face time overall. So that's probably a good thing for the Battlemaster since it tends to be a large target. And that puts me at 91. So let's see. I need to hit all my historic XP for the Battlemaster and transferring over into yes. Alright. 91, 91, 91, 92, 40. Alright, how do I buy them? Use available. I use the 91 that I've got. Okay. Alright, figured it out. Alright, so for those of you watching, if you want to purchase your stuff here, you can go to Add SP. If you want to add skill points to your chassis, you choose where do you get it from, either the stuff you have available or the skill points that you can purchase using your Mech XP, your G XP, and your C-bills. I went to my historic stuff that I'm getting from the carryover, basically, from the modules, the mech expertise, all that stuff I already had. And it gives you sliders. So I got the general skill points, which are from all the modules, and I have the historic skill points, which are from the mech itself. So I happen to have already mastered this mech, so I simply converted all the historic skill points over into nodes. So I was able to pay for it with the 91 nodes I already had for leveling this mech. As for the XP, what I did is I took all my XP that was historical on this BLR1G variant, and I put it all on this one mech. Now that's a mistake. I should have only put, actually I didn't need to put any on it. But it's a learning curve, and it's the public test server, so who cares? Now we know better. Alright, so I'm going to apply changes, spin my 91 special nodes, and let's go look at the mech now. Alright. Wow, look at all... excuse me. Look at all that. Alright, so let's see, the top... Alright, so it doesn't... I thought it might group it by what was there, plus, and then by what you added, but they don't. So going through, the ballistic cooldown was on there already, along with ballistic range. That's unchanged. PPC velocity is unchanged. Energy range is still plus 10%. That was already on there. Armor bonus is plus 11.7%. I added that. That's new. Structure bonus is new, plus 16.8%. Fall damage is minus 20%. AMS damage is a whopping plus 1.25. Yeehaw. Doesn't say percent, so I'm not sure if that's supposed to be percent or if it's supposed to be damage per round. It would be interesting for PGI to clarify that. Let's see here. Yaw speed, all that stuff is in there. That's all new. Arm pitch angle is new. Top speed is 7.5%. That's new. Startup, max heat, dissipation, climb. Those are all different. Screen shake, minus 52.5%. No, that's not bad. Sense range has a whopping 2%. Lots of little nickel and diming kind of stuff. Jiminy Pete. I've got more quirks on this than I've ever had before, and most of them don't do squat. Radar derps at 60%. Wish it was 100, but 60 is better than nothing. Seismic's at 100 meters, so I can pick people up. I think that's what that means. I have one extra consumable, which means I can take 2 cool shots. Or a cool shot and an arty strike or something like that. I did buff my cool shots. Oh, there's cool shot cooldowns now? Previously you could just trigger them back to back. I didn't realize that. I misread it when I grabbed it. But I read it as cooldown thinking it would be make your cooling more efficient, but it's actually the cooldown on on how long you have to wait before you use another one. Interesting. Well, that's probably a good thing to reduce that by a quarter then. And my cooling is... efficiency is increased by 50%. Okay. Alright, so I'm all set. Let's take this out for a spin. Heavies are 100%? For real? I'm the only assault mech? Ooh, shoot. Cancel, cancel. Always set up your triggers. Especially if you're going to be the only assault mech on the battlefield. This Twitch app is not working. It will not display the video at all. Twitch, fix your stuff or you're going to go under. People will stop using you. Alright, I definitely need to adjust my mouse settings. Sensitivity. We're going to drop you down to about here. Yes, save those settings. Oh, for Pete's sake. Oh my goodness, I forgot. None of my key bindings are right. Oh, that's gonna kill me. You know what? I don't care. I don't understand why PGI can clone the entire game, but they can't remember your key bindings. I guess because it's saved on your hard drive or whatever. Still, you'd think they would figure that out eventually. Like, oh well, I'll just hold shift down for when I need to use my
target acquired.
Oh, that means X. Yep, I have to remember what my all stop is. I changed it from the original key. How about that? All my guns go down at about the same rate. The heat's not significantly worse. I actually think this will probably work. I still got my 82 kph, roughly speaking. I'm glad you can still see Noob. That means it's working for somebody at least. Oh, I forgot the centers. That doesn't stop me.
Target destroyed. Heat level critical.
Alright, not bad. Alright, we'll take this out for, now that the key bindings and everything are set up and I've tested it, I feel comfortable with it, we'll take it out against all these 100%. Consumables. Ooh, cool. Coolant Flush 18, so they're all 18s now. I wonder how that compares to a Coolant Flush 9 by... Adds 18 heat per second. Cooling to your max cooling efficiency consumed on use. Interesting. Wait a second, why is it locked? I should have increased my module slot by 1. Alright, something's not kosher. But wait a minute. Quantity 102. Yeah, alright, let's go look at this. Doggone it, wrong button. Mech Lab. Select Mech. Skills. Jiminy Pete. Alright, we're gonna go all the way over here to sensors, auxiliary. Oh, so you don't get any consumable slots. No, it says adds extra plus 1. So I should have 2 consumable slots, is my understanding. Let's go look. Alright, grab the other Battlemaster. Load out. Consumables. Wow, okay. So you don't get any consumable slots at all, so I wasted XP. Alright, that's good to know. Of course, that covers up your loadout and everything. GP. Yes, if I'm reading that right, you don't get squat. You've got to actually. Oh, wrong neck. You've got to actually pay to unlock your first consumable slot. You start with 0, which I thought they said you get 1. So in order to get the cooldown, I don't need those at all. Alright, so let's jump back over to firepower. That bought me another duration. And should I go with range? I already got a lot of range built in. Cooldown, it's only 1%. It's like negligible. I go with another range. Buff something I've already got buffed pretty heavily. Let's go to cart. I need 2 nodes. Let's go. Oh, an error occurred and server connection was lost. Hallelujah, PGI. You guys are something. You know what? Network error. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm going to have to kill it. Sorry for the sudden end of the stream, but PGI is being PGI as usual. And, you know, Stark Raven morons.